We are live now.
Yes, so hello. Welcome all of you who have been answering to us on the YouTube comment section, like how we can basically get through the whole of the process of taking out water in a much more faster and much more efficient way. So in this session, like you must be knowing that we have been joined by Anuradha Mathur ma'am. And Anuradha Mathur ma'am, you are like she's my physics teacher as well. Like we have worked at NCRT with her in certain modules, and it's a wonderful pleasure, ma'am, having you with us in order to
Thank
solve
you.
the curious questions.
Thank you very much and welcome everybody on board.
Yes, ma'am. So, like in today's session, like all of the people who are there joining, like who are interested in joining us, like you all know the process. I hope that it's going to be a wonderful session. And now we can begin soon. So, all the people, like we have got the entries so far, we have got your answers so far. So, Anuradha ma'am, what do you think about this problem statement which we have given today, like about the
I
bottle?
think it's a very nice problem for one thing
Yes, ma'am.
because you're not supposed to damage that bottle and
Mm-hmm.
cut down the time of flow of water from the bottle to the jug.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a challenge. And did children give good answers? Have they got have you got answers which are suggesting something very interesting?
Yes, ma'am. So, like many of the students, like they were telling us to shake the bottle and then empty it. So,
Mm.
perhaps they were telling that if we shake the bottle vigorously, then the pressure will decrease. Or perhaps they read it somewhere from Google in snippets, and they were telling us that shake it vigorously, then empty it, it will work very fast. So, that was the solution which they were presenting to us,
Mm.
and that was very intriguing. And the other solution which some people were giving was the rope method, that they were saying that take a rope and they take one end into the bottle and the other end on the jug, then perhaps they'll it will circulate through it. So ma'am, what's the science behind these two answers, like?
For one thing, there is no one single answer, right?
Okay.
You can have many answers. But this one about shaking the bottle
Mhm,
perhaps is in keeping with the idea that as the water flows out, the pressure above
mhm,
the bottle, above the water in the bottle,
mhm,
is going to be far less than what it is outside. Now, the reason being that as this water flows out, the
mhm.
air is also not going to be there because it was first the space was filled by water. So
Yes,
as
ma'am.
this partial lower pressure is created on top,
Mhm.
the atmospheric pressure is the one that doesn't allow the water to flow out. and
Okay.
and therefore if you shook it,
Yes,
perhaps you
ma'am.
would allow some of this exchange of atmospheric air to go inside that space of lower pressure and allow the water to flow out. And the other one is also with air pressure only, but
Mhm.
that's the siphon. And
Okay.
a siphon basically is again the same thing, creating a small vacuum inside the
Mhm,
pipe. And
mhm,
that vacuum is going to be filled up by water by the atmospheric pressure.
mhm.
And so that's how it goes.
Okay, okay. So, ma'am, what is siphon? Like, siphon was the most, like, many students were like telling us siphon with a rope, siphon with a tube, and they were telling that take the jug above, take the bottle below, and all these things were there. So, perhaps, like, as we have different students from like class first student were also answering, and class eight students were also answering. So like they were mixing up a lot of things. They were telling isostatic pressure and like lot of like some. I read an answer. So that student was in class fourth, and he was telling me that turbulent flow should be maintained and area surface. So what is siphon? So like perhaps
That's so cute.
they were going
That's
on,
so cute.
and they were.
The rope answer I don't quite get because they would be dependent on surface tension perhaps.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes.
I doubt if it is going to reduce the time of flow. But
Yes.
of course, if you work with the siphon and a hollow pipe,
Mm-hmm.
first fill it up with water and
Mm-hmm.
then put it in the vessel,
Mm-hmm.
that is your bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and put the other end in the jug, and so the water would flow out in that case. And there are a little bit of hassles in that because you have to maintain that
Okay.
the liquid level, yeah, it doesn't change to very widely, and then nothing will happen. So perhaps children could try this out on their own.
Even I was
Yeah,
very much hesitant about siphon because perhaps I think it will take longer time if we are
yeah.
directly pouring it down than using a siphon method. What's your
Yes.
view on this?
It could be fast also if
Hmm.
the water level is not if the water level in the bottle doesn't go down too low.
Okay,
Otherwise, you'll have to keep moving the jug.
okay,
Otherwise, it won't happen. Hmm.
okay.
Huh.
So, like, siphon was the most common answer. So, I'll tell you on certain statistics. So, around
Hmm.
200 students answered this question, and about 80 to 90 answers, I'm pretty much sure because I read each and every one. Like they were about siphon itself. So people were telling
Okay.
siphon and siphon use a tube, use that, use this. So we are not, I'm not sure that whether this process will be that much efficient. Like it would take, like our target is to get it done in 5 seconds. A 600
Yeah.
ml bottle
Yeah.
and empty it in 5 seconds. So that was our
Hmm.
target. So we got a lot of videos, but that was another technique. So we'll talk about this master technique, and some people have also answered this question. So that's the main idea of this session. So, ma'am,
Very
other
good. Very good. I'm so happy you thought of this very innovative way of involving people to do small science experiments, because it doesn't take very much to do these experiments. You don't need a lab for it.
so, ma'am, like when I was expecting answers, so like the way I was segregating them, I was looking for reasons. So perhaps students, how can you tell a method for the kids like in class first में जो है या or the kids जो कि in class fifth or sixth. So can you tell a method to how to look at a problem? Perhaps if this is a problem to transfer a water, so अगर वो class first में भी हैं, so with their limited knowledge of words, as you say always say in your session, how they can like tackle a problem, how they should see it.
I suppose first you have to start with that your exercise is to transfer this water. So it's liquid form. If it
Okay,
was a solid piece, you would just pick it up and put it. But this
okay,
cannot be done like that. So, what is the
okay.
state? And that means what are the properties of this liquid? It is able to flow.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is going to flow, are there other things around it which are going to stop this flow? So,
Mm-hmm.
if you are able to find those things, then perhaps you can get an answer.
Okay, okay, okay,
Hmm.
ma'am. Got your point. So
Hmm.
in that scenario, like, what do you think, ma'am? Like, if I am there, so if I'm looking that I have to transfer the water into this jug, so like if I'm pouring it down, so what's the main thing which is resisting it? What's happening? Like, because it's looking that the water is having a lot of trouble while flowing. So what's
Yes,
the main
yes.
thing is
As I
happening?
told you earlier, the bottle was completely filled with water.
Mm-hmm.
So can air sit in that space? No,
Okay.
isn't it? So when you turn it over, this
Mm-hmm.
water starts to flow. Why does it flow at all? Because of gravity. It starts to flow because of gravity. And then
Mm-hmm.
when it comes down, a little space is created on top. Now
Okay.
that space is going to be nearly vacuum. That means where there is no air also. So it should,
Okay.
yeah. So and below where the mouth of the bottle is, there is atmospheric pressure. So air is pushing that water up, and it
Mm-hmm.
can't. It is pushing more as compared to what is on top because there's no air there also. So this
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
atmospheric pressure does not allow the water to flow out. So this the
Okay.
child will have to perceive the who's stopping after all. What stops the water from falling? And once you
Okay.
get that, then you'll know how to tackle that. So the people who suggested that shake it all up are
Mhm.
basically suggesting that okay, allow some air to go in and fill that
O-
space on top. So if there is air
Okay.
over there, then it'll push this water down.
Okay. Okay. So
Hmm.
that's the answer for all the people who were suggesting it with siphon and rope and perhaps shaking the bottle and then emptying it. But ma'am, there was another type of answers which we saw. They were
Hmm.
basically with a straw. So I saw two
Okay.
categories of answers in that. So some
Hmm.
people were telling us that take a straw and make a passage into it and then empty it. But I was like, I asked them out that please explain a bit more that what kind of straw it is. Are you referring to insert it and perhaps it was a
You
passage
can't
for?
break the bottle, you can't make a hole in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So this
So
straw would perhaps be right on top. Now,
yeah.
the only way to suck up how do people drink liquids, say lime juice or orange juice or say, even Coke or whatever they want to drink? How
Yeah,
do they take it up? You just have to pull it up first.
yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah.
do you have to do that? If the straw was so competent, let it take it up. It can't. So
Yeah.
you have to suck it up. That sucking action means that you are again creating a small partial vacuum over there. And
Mhm.
then that liquid goes up because of the atmospheric pressure.
Okay, so that was the answer. The first category of saw. Now the other bunch of kids, they were telling us they take the straw and then blow inside the bottle and by
Mm.
one end. So you're blowing air and then the water is coming out. So
You
what's
can
your
do that. You can do
yeah?
that.
So that
You
was a
can do that.
smart answer, which was
Yes.
very unique because on
Yeah.
Googling we might not get this answer. So that's why
Yes.
we wrote on the comments as well that 100 marks for originality. But
Yeah.
is it the most efficient method, ma'am? Will it be the most fastest method?
It would be definitely better than the one without any kind of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So that was the method which was like among a lot of kids, they were asking us with straws and all these things.
Mm.
So these kind of answers which were common to us, but the most intriguing answer that like that was the speciality of the question and what we were looking. That was the vortex answer. So I'm very happy that around 7 to 8 people they even gave me video. I'll take their names like Lakshita, Dev Jaiswal, Abdul Hadi. So they ma'am
To
created
shake them.
YouTube.
Mm.
Yeah. So they made their own YouTube videos and posted to us, and
Mm.
that was a wonderful video. But
Mm.
what I was also looking was the science behind it. So there were a lot of kids who gave the video, and we were looking at them. So definitely they did well. They like a lot of people. They had a bucket, and their mama or papa is recording from the back, and they have a stopwatch as well. So
Mm.
that was a fun exercise which they did. So what's happening
Yes.
in the vortex? What do you think it's creating?
Same thing. The it's allowing the air to get into the system and then allow it, because otherwise how would it happen? That
So
the talk that you create is
Mhm.
making the I should use those words because they are small children, but the way this water moves around inside the bottle, creating a kind of difference in speeds of the
Okay.
air above and
Mhm.
sucking up some more air, and so then
Mhm.
it'll fall off. So
Okay.
shaking the bottle like that will help.
Mhm. Okay. So when we are
Mm.
shaking the bottle like that, so because of perhaps the circular motion, water is not coming into the center,
Mm.
and that gives a passage to the air to go forward.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So that's the basic science. So, ma'am,
And
why
how
the
much, how many people got this right answer?
Ma'am, many people gave this answer, but they lack the reasoning. Like I was looking for the reason as well because we were
Mm.
also like in yesterday's question we asked them that why the sand grains are round and the planets are round. So
Right, right.
that's why we always suggest that whatever answer you give, perhaps it's straw hi sahi, jo bhi sahi, but give a reason behind it. So
Mm.
I'm very happy that many kids they gave out wonderful answers and we'll flash their
Very good. Excellent, excellent.
and some of the answers were very good in terms of the age. So there's a class seventh girl, Priyanshi Saini. I'll flash her name in the screen. She's from SRDAV Public School, Dayanand, Bihar, Delhi. So she
Mm-hmm.
gave a wonderful answer. I'll read it out for the
Mm-hmm.
audience. So when we flip the bottle upside down, the water leaves, but the air has to take its place. As we all know that the bottle has narrow neck, so water has to leave, and air has to enter inside the bottle at the same time. So
Mm.
what happens is a part of water leaves out, then some air comes. It makes water to spread up first, then
Mm.
wait for the air to come in and speed up again. So I'm liking the answer because perhaps she's thinking and then writing it.
Yes,
It
yes.
was this whole thought process. And so this is a slow process, but we can empty the bottle faster by spinning the bottle till it is in a tornado type structure.
Mm.
Flip
Mm.
it over and the bottle will go faster now. So there's a
Mm.
huge answer, like, but the main element which I liked was that the originality as well as she saw the problem from the point.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And she knew what was the problem there, what
yeah,
was creating this resistance for the water to flow out. Excellent. Very good, Priyanshi. Very,
Yes.
very good. Mm.
So this was the answer by Priyanshi Saini, and
Mm.
it was totally amazing to see this answer because
Yeah.
that's the approach we also tell to the people. Like if you're answering it, just not answer that straw use karte hai ya tornado use karte hai.
Mm.
Or even in the video, tell the science that why tornado is working and why other things are not working. So
Absolutely.
so all the
Mm.
people who are watching us live, you can go to the YouTube video and look at the answer. It was one of the best answers because it was original. Anybody can read it and tell that it was a original answer because it's so
Mm.
huge and it's so like vague, but it's still original. So that's
Mm.
why we give a kudos to Priyanshi. So, ma'am, the next winner in the in this aspect is
Mm.
basically Abdul Hadi. So Abdul Hadi, ma'am, Abdul is perhaps one of the most curious kids which
Mm.
I've ever seen in past 2 3 months. So
Okay.
he, one aspect which I like about him, not only his reasoning was right,
Uh,
but the way he presents the answer. So if
okay.
I'll show you the video, so
Mm.
he's all set up, suited up, and he's introducing people to the solution, and he's actually teaching. So in 3 minutes,
That's so
for
nice. Very nice, Abdul. Very, very nice. Mm.
so I'll show it. I'll send you the video, man. So in that video, Abdul is telling people each and every factor of it, like why
How?
bubbles are created, why these things are
Oh.
happening, and he
And
is,
how old is he?
ma'am, he is in class. If I'm not wrong, he's in class 4. So that's the main element. He's such a cute
Mm.
person that whenever he does something, he does with all of perfection and overall thinking. So
Excellent. Excellent.
and he created a YouTube video, uploaded it, sent it to me, and asked everyone to review it. So that was the main aspect of it. So the reasoning which Abdul gave was also very good, but like that was
You
correct.
can share it with all the children.
Yes, yes. So we'll post Abdul's video in the chat. So other people who gave videos to me, I'll take their names because we support. So okay, so there's a correction. It's Priyanshi Jaina. So perhaps if the
I
YouTube,
see.
yeah, yes, it was Priyanshi Jaina. I got the message from her side. So it's Priyanshi
Hmm.
Jaina. There was a correction. But Abdul, apart from Abdul, ma'am, a lot of people they gave us the video. Like I'll take the name. One second. Amartya Ojha, he also gave us the video. Lakshita, he sent us the video. And Tanya Verma from DWPS, she also sent
Hmm.
us the video. And a lot of people, they were very cute videos. We'll share each with each and every one of you. Dave Jaswal, like Dave is so much peculiar about each and everything. But when he sent me the video with the tornado, so I asked him, "Are you pressing it as well?" Because in the video, it looked as if he was pressing. So just
Yeah.
after that, he called me up and he sent me 2 3 more videos. That sir, please, I have done it correct way, and he's so activated that there's a stopwatch as well. Okay, stop. So I like the energy with which he was creating, but the
Very nice.
yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful little scientist.
So that was the but the main attraction point in Abdul's video was that he was explaining each and every concept as well as uh, the method. The method was important, but the reasoning which was given that was also important. So
Very nice. Yeah, do share with everybody so that they also get very encouraged with that.
yes, ma'am. So I'll also share one more answer. So that was given by Preksha Soni. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
write the name one second. So Preksha Soni, the same goes with her as well, ma'am. That she gave a wonderful answer. It was very good to read. Uh, she's from DBN Public School, Ajmer. So I'm very much impressed that a lot of people we have people from Tamil Nadu as well, from Ajmer, from Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, and Kerala. So like we have reached to a lot of places and a lot of type of like students from different regions have started coming in. So Preksha Soni also gave the answer. I have flashed the name on the screen. I'll read
Okay.
it out for the audience to tell. So,
Mm.
sir, my answer is first we'll shake the bottle in circular motion, covering its mouth by our
Mm.
palm. Then suddenly invert it to create a
Mm.
cyclone and remove our palm. Remove
Mm.
our palm. the water will evacuate very fast because it will now allow the air to let in forward and leaving the sides for the water to come downwards. This is a very efficient process. I've tried it 5 seconds. So
Very good. Excellent. How nice. Very, very nice.
yes, ma'am. So these
Mm.
were the wonderful answers. So, ma'am, would you like to give some further insights that about whole of the process, like how, like the main thing which we want to teach to all the people is that every morning we'll give out these questions, okay, and we'll try that you, if you Google search it, you might not find a direct answer. So,
Correct.
so can you tell something that how they should look forward to a problem, perhaps how they should approach to something in general?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, the ideal way of doing something like this is to see the problem, visualize it, understand it. If you want to use something to help you, like the bottle, and there are videos there, but maybe you can do it yourself and see, check it out, and say, yeah, really, it's taking so long. Then attack the problem. Why is it taking so long? So the
Mhm.
moment you ask why, how
Mhm.
can I change? You will be thinking scientifically. What
Okay, okay.
the problem has to be identified before you try and find a solution for it. So I'm sure Abdul and Preksha and Priyanka, they must have done this only.
Yes,
Priyanka is the name, am I right?
Priyanshi Jenny.
Priyanshi, sorry.
So
No,
I'll
this
flash
one is
yeah,
Praksh,
this is Preksha.
Preksha.
Preksha. So
Preksha.
I'll flash the names once again so that the
Yeah.
names are good enough.
So that everybody can see and appreciate their work. And
Yes.
who knows, next time there are more people.
Yes, exactly. So we are getting around 100 to 200 answers. So in order to be, yeah, like unique, you have to be original. That's what we always say. Don't try
Yeah.
to like copy paste from Google. We understand it when it happens, but so I also write it on YouTube that if I feel that it's somewhere it's linked, so I ask them. So this website. So so kids are so honest that yesterday one of the kid he messaged me that sir, I'm sorry that I did this. I'll not do from the next time. So even like the honesty which is coming.
Yes, honesty should be there. Everybody doesn't know answers to everything. But to be honest, to say, no, I don't know the answer, that's absolutely fine.
Yep, ma'am.
Absolutely fine. I'm searching for the answer. Fine. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
you can do you can do it like that. But to be dishonest, that's not being
Mhm.
scientific.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. So, ma'am, now it's the favorite time of the the whole evening 6 p.m. sessions which we have is the question answer rounds. So basically, the people who are knowing us, you can go into the chat section, the live chat section, and put up any questions which you have, and we will answer it. So yeah, so Sufi, I like all. So now kids are telling in the chat section that my answer was original. We understand your answer was original, and that's the best point. Like I like whatever you give, I respond to it in that ways only. So all the ideas of straws, rope, and all these things, they are beautiful answers, and that's the best part of it. So that tells us that you are thinking in a very much original
Yeah,
and
that's fine. That's fine. There's no one single solution to anything. Every
yeah.
time, remember that. You can do it in multiple ways. All those ways will be good.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So, people, if you have a question, you can basically ask to ma'am. So, oh, so ma'am, because of perhaps because of Dr. Graham Lau, like when after as soon as he came to Kalam Lau's channel, our channel was filled with all these theories that aliens and Fermi paradox and quantum. So all these buzzwords of science, which basically inspire kids to perhaps take science in the teacher journey as well. So we got a question like this that from Archana Lal that ma'am, I was reading about Fermi paradox. What it is it true? I don't know like how they're getting Fermi paradox and how they are like
I
going.
know these are very big words, very big things, and uh, very interesting that small children are interested in all that. Of course, there is no age to learn more. There is nothing like that. they describe, everybody describes that this is your biological age, and
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is your, yeah, your mental age can be anything.
Yeah.
So maybe this child who's you said is reading about twin paradox and stuff like that.
Yes.
Fantastic,
So,
fantastic.
so.
These are, you must, all the children, this is for all the children.
Mhm,
You see, as science progresses, as we work and try and understand things, you heard Graham, sir? What did
mhm.
he say? He told you that, okay, we are looking at it. We are trying to find answers. We don't know the answers. Maybe this is one solution. So
Mhm.
that is how one has to look at.
Yes.
So these different things that come up as you study, as you go along the way, you're going to be, just a second, there's one intercom. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, as you proceed, you will come across more and more work by scientists where they are trying to explain things which we can't understand
Yes.
or re-understand. All that is happening continuously. So there will be proposals of theories, there will be more and more proposals. Einstein predicted something so many years back, 1905, he predicted so much of it. And at that
Yes.
time, he had no proof. Now people are finding proof for that and saying, oh, yeah, what he said was correct. So it's
Mhm.
like that. He worked it out mathematically. He says, because in the mathematical way, I'm getting this solution, this must be right. And this is able to explain this thing which was not being explained, something else which was not being explained. And he could kind of formulate that, okay, this could be a possible solution.
Mhm.
So that is why whatever you read, you go through it, understand it, and it is an explanation by somebody. And scientists, that's the work of the scientists to
Mhm.
continuously think, like you did for this little problem. Now, if there were 200 solutions,
Mhm.
200 people gave answers, and they were all different and unique, that means there are possibly 200 possibilities straight away. You follow?
Okay.
So that is why you must remember that as you read, as you understand more and more, let your curiosity go to a higher level, and you will be able to get more intuition into it.
Yes, ma'am. So
Okay?
that.
So you cannot negate anybody's theory. Earlier, it used to be very, very bad.
Mhm.
They put Galileo inside the jail and they did all kinds of things. They would even put scientists saying that, okay, they thought that the earth was flat. Then the moment it was discovered, though it was spherical and round and moving, they said, no, 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 no. This one is saying all wrong things. So we should just put this person in the jail because
Mhm.
he's not doing the right thing. Many scientists, they took their lives, they even made them suffer a lot. So many things happened.
Mhm.
But you must always remember that whatever somebody is thinking, whatever is their
Mhm.
proposal, you cannot say no. No,
Okay.
that is not right. It could
Okay.
be right. It could be right.
So,
Yeah.
ma'am,
Mm.
based on that, like perhaps all the people are going into space and all these things. So, there's a very cute question asked by a person. I'll take the
Mm.
name.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's asked that craft with Aditi. I think she also gave an
Ah,
answer of this today
yeah.
question.
One few minutes. Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is that, ma'am, do other planets also have South Pole and North Pole?
That's again the same thing as I said. As of now, he said that the magnetic field, you remember what Graham sir said? That the magnetic field on all the planets is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
The core of the planet that we have is supposed to be molten. And that is I'm using the word. We don't know for sure. Is supposed to contribute towards the magnetic field of the Earth. Do
Yes.
other planets also have something like that? We don't know. Okay, so
Yes,
like
ma'am.
we have North and South Pole, sure, we don't know. Maybe they might also have, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
one has to be open about it. Even talking about aliens, even talking about fiction, it all falls into place after some time as we progress and start finding answers and looking for it around us. We find, oh, this was predicted by somebody, and now it is true,
Yes, ma'am.
even if it was fiction.
Yes, ma'am.
Even if it was fiction, many of the scientific discoveries have been like that. So we really don't know. As we go along, more and more will be there for us because it's all evolution.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Even for when he was talking about Mars, he said
Mhm.
that the Martian surface suggests that there would be water, could be water. We don't
Mhm.
know. So if there was, then there must have been life. Who
Mhm.
knows? The Martian people lived below the surface of Mars, right? Who knows? You might have aliens there. Yeah.
So,
Let me
so
see.
ma'am,
Let me bring my phone. Just a second.
yeah. Sure, ma'am. So all the people like who have been the part of this wonderful thing, like Joe, all the people who gave the answers, I've responded to you and gave you my suggestions as well. So tomorrow's quiz is going to be much more enjoyable. Okay, trust me. So the tomorrow's जो अभी आने वाला है question that is going to be much more fun, and let's hope that you answer it much more correctly. And congrats to
Yes.
today's winners.
Yes.
And the other important thing is, guys, that we'll be also doing one important thing.
नहीं वो अभी गए हैं वहीं
There's
लेने
a
ऐसा है.
video message
हम्म.
by Graham Lau sir, which he has given to you all. जो भी जितने लोग आए थे हमारे science webinar में and all the people who were there, I'll give you that video message regarding the favorite questions which were asked to him afterwards. That's going to be launched soon as well. So, ma'am, there's a question which I which is there. Like a lot of students when we interact with them, so they always ask this thing that what is your favorite planet? So that's the question. Like your favorite color. They ask, "What's your favorite planet?" And everybody has different answers. Like,
Really?
yeah. So Graham sir, so he himself said that I like Earth the most, but apart from Earth, he said I like I think Venus. His favorite planet was Venus. So, ma'am, what's your
Because he's
favorite?
intrigued by it. Yes.
Yeah. So he's intrigued by Venus and all these things. So, ma'am, what's your favorite planet?
Mine is Earth. Because if we were not on Earth, we probably would not have had the intellect to even look up to these other planets. I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
know. And if there is alien life somewhere, say on uh, Venus, I don't know. And they may
Mm-hmm.
be also very capable and able to see beyond,
Mm-hmm.
see into the space. It is possible. It is possible. But with my ability, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm a human being and what I can see and what I love to do, it's great to be on Earth. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
That's the thing. So let's see what all. So, ma'am, people are also like people are telling their own favorite planets. So now,
Uh-huh.
so
Let
there's a few.
somebody give their view. Why
Yeah.
is
So
it their favorite?
yeah. So they are just telling that, sir, ma'am, mine is Venus. Somebody is saying I like Jupiter. I like rings of Saturn. So
Hmm.
it's depends
Let's see
upon
why do they like that. Like I told you why I like Earth. So
yes, ma'am.
let's see why do they like the planet they've chosen.
So when somebody's answered it that I don't the name is Rockstar. I don't know whether the kid is a rock star or not, but he's
Hmm.
telling us that, ma'am, because it's so hot, it's always hot, so that's why I like it. Okay. So perhaps he's having like a lot of summer, like the
Hmm.
clouds, whatever things are
Eh?
there, he's saying the temperature is so high, I like it a lot. So
Ah.
that's a weird
Hmm.
thing to say.
Yeah.
And now, like afterwards, like, ma'am, we also have one more important thing. So there's a question by like a lot of people. So, ma'am, this question it goes like this: that what is happening that Earth is also warming up, and will our
Hmm.
Earth also become like Venus? So, based upon the answer given
God forbid it could.
by
God forbid. But it could. There is chance because what happened to the other planets? They were all formed almost at the same time, almost the same way. What happened there? So we better look after our earth, otherwise all this will happen there. It may get so warmed up that like glaciers are melting. So if you don't have the ice on the north and the south pole, then what will happen? Right? Yeah, the earth may warm up to such an extent that there'll be no water. If there is no water, none of us would be there. It may take billions of years, but we don't know. We might end up like any other planet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. So that's the
Okay, just
main.
a second on that.
Yes, ma'am. So all the people who are there, like we have got your answers and we are evaluating it. So tell me no. So आप बताओ कि आपका favorite planet कौन सा है? Okay, and tell me no fast because हम लोग जानना चाहते हैं कि आपका favorite कौन सा है. Like a lot of people are telling us that Earth is your favorite planet, Moon is your favorite. Moon is not a planet, guys. It's a satellite. And Sufi, I read your question. Yep, we'll answer the question afterwards in the live sessions because you've become a part of the Kalam's program. So all the people who are joining us now, you can directly come to the Zoom call. जितने भी नए लोग होते हैं, we basically ask them to the Zoom call. We have an introduction to the Kalam Labs family in the Zoom meeting. And उसके बाद we have live science classes every day on a game. So that is Kalam Labs. So if you want to go and tell your parents that if you want to join us, then that's the procedure. हर हफ्ते we meet like this, but in a Zoom call, not in a YouTube live stream. ये तो हम लोग हर शाम को करते ही हैं. But in order to be get the game, in order to be the part of the whole family, in order to discuss science in a much more better way,
Mind you,
I would suggest you to fill up the Razorpay link and get enrolled with us. So hello, ma'am.
yeah, back.
Yeah. So people were telling us that, like, ma'am, as you asked that what's your favorite planet? So we are getting answers. My favorite is Earth. Some are saying Venus, and the reason they are giving that my favorite planet is Uranus. Imran
Hmm.
Ansari is saying, ma'am, because it's so cold. So, so, so perhaps like a lot of people are there who are giving their favorite planets. Ajit Patra is saying Mars and all these things.
Maybe they can find out one curious fact about their planet, which is not usually given out. Like they talk about how much time does it take to go around the sun or something like that. Maybe they can find out something different from that.
Okay, so ma'am,
Mhm.
based on that, like, okay, so they are giving ma'am like a lot of wonderful answers. So some people have said that ma'am, I like Jupiter because of its faint rings. So
Mm.
perhaps he's known of the fact that Jupiter is do having a faint ring around it.
Mm.
So, so ma'am, now is a question which has come up that it's like Yogesh Sharma has asked that why do all planets revolve around sun? Like, why is it so that some like they should revolve around some other as well, like Uranus or Neptune can perhaps revolve around themselves. But why sun is so centric? Everything is solar system centric to sun.
That's what, because sun is so big, so massive, it has very high gravitational pull.
Okay.
And perhaps at the time when the sun and our solar system were formed,
Mm-hmm.
the portions or small segments like our Earth and other planets were thrown apart. If they did not go spinning, they would not be there. So there
Okay.
might have been more fragments, much many more than the known 9 planets,
Mm-hmm.
and these must have not spun the way the others have. So if they spin and they react to the gravitational pull of the sun
Mm-hmm.
and maintain all the rules, then they would be part of the solar system. The other things would have crashed somewhere. They would have turned into meteors. They would have turned into comets. They would have turned into so many other things, or just been part of the ring around the Saturn,
Okay. Okay.
isn't
So
it?
yes,
So,
ma'am.
or lost, just lost because they didn't behave themselves. Hmm.
So, like, ma'am, some kids are telling us facts as well. Like, okay, the selling is that we can fit 63 Earths in Uranus and 4
Hmm.
Earths line up on its diameter. Okay. So perhaps he's telling
That's
that the
that's
width.
that's that's interesting because he can probably try
Yeah.
and take equal sized balls
Mm-hmm.
and put them together and
Mm-hmm.
actually understand what this diameter is becoming, the
Yep.
total diameter of the four. And so this one, so in with respect to this big thing, so see the differential size of different planets as well. it could
Mm-hmm.
it could help everybody else understand what it really means when we say this. There's so many earths can fit in it. In what way? Are
Yes,
we
ma'am.
talking about volume? Are we talking about the diameter? Are we talking about the circumference? What are we talking
Yep. Yep.
about?
Yep.
And if you
So.
were to walk right around that planet,
Mm-hmm.
like its equator, right around, how much
Mm-hmm.
more would you have to walk as compared to Earth? And supposing you walked 5 kilometers a day, how long will it take you to do so?
Yes, ma'am.
These are just questions that may, you know, pass on some kind of curiosity or
Mm-hmm.
intrigue about these planets and their sizes and their relative distance from the sun, and how do they spin. Some are spinning so fast and the others are not. There must be a reason for that.
Yep. Yeah. So that was the reason, guys. Like that was a good fact, and I hope you have got the gist of it. So now it's a time you can ask further questions as well. Or, ma'am, would you like to ask something to the people? Like a lot of students are watching us live. Would you like to ask something? Quiz them, perhaps.
I think they let them work on the solar system. Let them work a little bit more, yeah. And why are there different planets having different speeds?
Yeah.
What could be responsible for that? The spin
Yeah.
speed. And how much is the spin speed of the Earth? Is the speed at different points on the Earth the same? Is
Yes,
it the
ma'am.
maximum at the equator? What is the speed at the poles?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we talk about this axis of rotation?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that
Mhm.
is basically the reason which is there.
They
So,
can they can they can play with their toys and find out more answers like this. Understand what it really means.
mhm,
Because as they grow, as they have more and more curiosity,
mhm.
who knows, they may be big scientists and they may try and get more and more answers for everybody in the world.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So, like that is the basic idea. So, if you have any other question, we can ask. We can ask now. And so, there's another intriguing question about the. Perhaps a lot of kids were telling us that why it's so hot on Venus and so cold on Uranus. So, ma'am, there's a question by a boy named Yogesh Sharma that why do seasons occur? Like why? What's the main reason? Like there's a myth which was spread in my time, as or perhaps I perceived it when I was in class 5th or 6th. I was knowing that perhaps when Earth is farther from the sun, then it's cold, and it's closer to the sun, it's hot. So I was questioning that idea, but sooner or later I understood it's not the same. It's like in December the Earth is closest to the sun. So, ma'am, if in December Earth is closest to the sun, how what is happening that it's so cold? Like we have to wear shawls and sweaters in India.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Harshit. This is a very, very nice question
Mhm.
because the Earth's axis is inclined also. That
Okay.
inclination causes the
Mhm.
sun's rays to fall at a slant.
Mhm.
And that slanting part makes the sun's rays diminish in their strength, means
Mhm.
become less strength or less strong. So it is not so hot in the northern hemisphere, but in the southern hemisphere it is,
Mhm.
isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
like when you talk about, say, winter season here,
Mhm.
say in a place like Australia, it is summer.
Okay.
So right now where the cricket match is happening,
Mhm.
it's summertime over there.
Oh.
There's a cricket series happening between India and
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Australia, and that is happening in Australia, and so they are all playing in the heat, and we are all staying very cool. It's the same Earth. So the temperature on the earth is not the same.
Whoa. So, like,
Also, there
mhm,
are other reasons for, even at a particular latitude, the temperatures may vary because of the earth's surface. You have a
yes.
mountain suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
and that mountain is going to be much cooler as compared to a plain.
Mm-hmm.
So many things are responsible for the temperature at a particular spot. So it's a very, very nice question, whoever has asked that. And the season, reason for seasons is the inclination of the earth on its axis, like that. And how much is this angle? This angle is also fixed. And because of that, you also have Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn,
Mm-hmm.
the planning of the latitudes. All that has come about because of this inclination. So first the scientists found out that the earth was going around the sun. Then they found out that it is rotating about a particular axis. Then they found out that the axis was also tilted.
Yes, ma'am.
And it doesn't move with the same speed around the sun throughout the year. We say 365 days and a
Mm-hmm.
quarter, but that's not with the same speed. It goes faster, sometimes it goes slower.
Yes,
Even
ma'am.
that is happening in the same orbit. So
Ma'am, that.
children can find out that it's like being on the road. Sometimes your car goes faster, sometimes slow, sometimes uh, well, reasonable speed, but doesn't stop. The earth doesn't stop in its orbit. It moves, continues to move, slow and fast.
And I
When
think,
is
ma'am,
it fast? When is it slow? They can find that as well.
I think it will not even stop ever until unless like it's struck
If
by.
it stops, then
Mhm.
that is calamity. Because then it'll move straight towards the sun and be
Mhm.
absorbed in it. Yeah.
So, so that is something which we do not hope.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, it also reminds me of a thing which Graham sir said, and like I was reading the chat. So, in that, Sufi T asked us that is there weather on other planets as well? So, I was also intrigued by the fact that same principles, like altitude by going up, the temperature decreases. So, he was telling us about Venus itself that there is a point in Venus which is quite high. So, there the temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius only, like what we have room temperature. So
Hmm.
that was he was saying that even in Venus, which is the hottest planet in our solar system, there is having points, altitudes, plateau, which can be like we can just sit there. Perhaps if carbon dioxide is also converted into oxygen, but so like all these factors, they are so fundamental in nature that they are also running in Venus, Jupiter,
Yes,
and
yes,
everything.
yes. Absolutely right. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So, there's another question which is there, ma'am. What is radioactive? Uh, like he's written things. So, like Sankar engineer is
Okay,
asked.
this is basically a phenomena
Mm-hmm,
which occurs in some materials
mm-hmm,
where it happens inside the atom. That means inside the substance,
mm-hmm,
where the what they call the nucleus, that
mm-hmm,
nucleus doesn't stay stable.
mm-hmm.
And in order to become stable, it just throws out something from the nucleus. Say, okay, you get lost. So the
Okay.
moment it is thrown out, then this nucleus now is going to be less
Mm-hmm.
positively charged. So it has to throw out the electron also and change itself into another atom.
Oh.
So there are some atoms which have very short life as they are. So
Mm-hmm,
unless they give out things, unless they throw out some particles, they are not going to become stable. So
mm-hmm,
these materials which naturally show this effect
mm-hmm.
are called radioactive. So you can make artificial radioactive material also. That's what they do in the um, nuclear reactor and all that. But you have naturally occurring ones as well.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like a great explanation, ma'am.
Maybe, maybe, maybe children can find out about carbon 14.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes,
Carbon
ma'am.
14, and would it exist, say, on Venus?
Whoa.
Yeah. Or say
Yes,
Saturn. Would there be carbon 14 there?
yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
So,
And
ma'am,
how is carbon formed? Is there
yes.
carbon in the sun?
So, like all these questions are coming up. So, like based on
Mhm.
that itself, like carbon and Venus, there's a question, ma'am, that what's so special about Venus that it's hotter than Mercury? So perhaps we could look into carbon again. That why it's happening like there.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
yes, ma'am.
So it is a very big possibility that there are more things that take into account the temperature of a planet.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly, ma'am. So, like, we can basically see a lot of questions coming, but as
Mhm.
we have a time limit of 6 to 7 p.m. itself. So, I think thank you, ma'am, for coming in the session and taking up
Yeah.
so many questions. And I'm glad that so many people were watching us live, around 100 people. There were constantly watching us live,
Thank
and
you. Thank
it will
you.
basically increase. So, thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for taking out time. And we'll
Okay.
hope that like we'll see you again, and then like perhaps whenever you're free, then we can have
Yeah.
another session in which
Right, right, right.
curious kids which are there. So, ma'am, would you
So
like to?
post another nice question for them for tomorrow.
Yes,
That will
ma'am.
be fun. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
And congratulations to the people who did a good job.
Hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay. Bye
thank you,
bye.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, Yeju, we are still live, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, all the people who are there, who were waiting for the answers, who were waiting for all these things, I must tell you right now that there are many things which are kept out for you. Okay. So we had a wonderful session with Anuradha ma'am who answered all of your questions, and we'll be having another session in which we will be discussing all new things, all new happenings about universe, and all these wonderful facts about universe, in which we'll be discussing much more fun things. Okay, guys. So I'll repeat the winners again. I'll be repeating the winners again so that you are clear कि भाई कौन जीता था कौन नहीं जीता था and all these things. So but importantly guys please join in to us please. अगर आपने अभी तक का registration नहीं कराया है then go and get the registration done, and there's the link, it's in description, and I would like to congratulate these three people, okay, जो कि आज जीते हैं our wonderful Whiz Kids Science Challenge, okay, and we'll be basically giving applause to them, okay. So the session is not yet over, ऐसा नहीं है, the session is not yet over, okay. So थोड़ा सा ready हो जाओ for exciting next half hour, because this is going to be a rapid fire. I'll be asking you questions and you will be giving me the answers, okay. So that's what it is going to happen, okay. So now what is going to happen is that I'll tell you the names of the winners once again, जो कि हमारे साथ थे, और उसके बाद we can basically take the whole of the process. So the first winner was Abdul Hadi. अब्दुल हादी ने एक वीडियो बनाया, यूट्यूब पे डाला और मुझे बोला कि आप सर देखो, एंड आई सॉ इट. आई वाज टोटली impressed by the video, not just because that it was made out well, but also because of the processes which were involved in it. He explained each and every concept very wonderfully. So that is what you have to do. In tomorrow's question में आपको फिर से सारी चीजें करने को मिलेंगी. I'll be asking a much more curious question this time, okay? And उसमें आप ये सारी चीजें फिर से करना. And उसके अलावा जो हमारे एक और विनर थे, उनका नाम है उनका नाम है प्रियांशी सैनी, SRDAV पब्लिक स्कूल. आई थिंक इट्स जैनी. आई एम रियली सॉरी अगर ये अभी करेक्ट नहीं था. प्रियांशी जैन. Okay, I'll correct it right now. Okay, I think yes. The name is on the screen. Priyanshi Jani, SRDAV Public School, Dayanand Vihar, Delhi. New Delhi से है, the capital of India. आप जानते होंगे. I am curious. So, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Get me the correct answer, guys. How are you? कैसे हो आप सब? कैसे हो आप सब? कैसे हो आप सब? जल्दी से मुझे बताओ कि how are you? I'm quite curious about all the new facts which are going to come. I hope आप भी हो काफी ज़्यादा curious, and then we will have a much more better last half of the session, जिसमें हम लोग बताने वाले होंगे काफी ज़्यादा और ज़्यादा wonderful चीजें. And people are telling us fine, 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 fine. No, 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 fine is not the answer. The answer is curious, curious. Okay. Whenever anybody asks you, how are you? Shakes your hand like this, or say a hi, say a hello. The answer is not fine. The answer is curious. Okay. Because fine का क्या मतलब होता है यार? Fine मतलब क्या ठीक हूँ? मतलब नहीं नहीं, आप curious हो यार. Because your superpower is curiosity. Yes, thank you in the chat. That's the chat which we want. Okay. Sufi, your question, I know it. So the question is something goes like this. Please post a question. I'll answer again. All the people जिनको भी question है आप पूछो फिर से and हम लोग फिर से बताएंगे. But remember the rule of Kalam Labs family. Okay. So all the people who are watching us live right now, who all the people जिन्होंने अभी अभी join किया, all the people जो पिछले 1 घंटे से देख रहे थे, all the people जो अभी अभी आए हैं, I'll tell you the simple rules of Kalam family जो हमारा code है. Okay. जो हमारा कोड ऐसे होने वाला है that if I say you how are you will tell me I am curious. Okay. I'm fine. नहीं यार, that's normal and you're a special person. All of you are special people. Okay. Why? Because you are curious. Curious OP in the chat. Sports gaming YT, that's what you want to do. तो सब लोग से अभी कोई भी पूछेगा तो yes I am curious करेंगे because हम सब हैं curious लोग. And इस chat पे आप लोग भरो कि आप सब कैसे हो. Okay. So I will be asking in 10 seconds कि how are you. जब मैं काउंटर शुरू करूंगा सब लोग एक साथ टाइप करने वाले हैं आई एम क्यूरियस. ओके. तो दैट्स द रूल. हमने अपना कोड आज हम लोग ने एस्टैब्लिश किया है सबकी क्या कहते हैं वोटिंग बाय सबके मानने के बाद. So I'll count it 10 and we'll be typing I am curious. Okay. और curious भी डाल दो simple curious. Okay. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How are you? Please type it right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm seeing the answers and they are wonderful. That's fabulous. You're doing a fantastic job. So I'll flash the winner's name again. जिन्होंने काफी अच्छा आंसर किया था and I'll tell the answer. Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So now what's happening is basically अब हम लोग समझ गए हम लोग कैसे हैं हम लोग curious हो चुके हैं. We are super curious. Okay. So whoa, whoa, whoa. So now what we have to do is that we have to understand this question. Okay. And मैं आपके सामने live करने वाला हूँ the experiment. Okay. I'll be doing it live in front of you that basically how to tackle this thing. Okay. Tornadoes ऐसे क्यों हुआ था. तो ये जो वीडियो होगा उसमें हम लोग दिखाएंगे कि कैसे टॉर्नेडो से बना था वो. मेरे ख्याल से आपने आंसर नेट से देख लिया था बट रीजनिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है गाइस. अगर आप रीजनिंग नहीं करोगे अगर आप रीजनिंग सही नहीं बचाओगे तो कुछ नहीं तो दिक्कत आएगी. आप आंसर तो क्या कहते हैं इधर उधर से कर सकते हो बट रीजनिंग 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 इज द मेन थिंग क्योंकि रीजनिंग से आती है सारी सारी चीजें. तो ऑल द पीपल हु आर वाचिंग इट न्यू आवर कोड इज बेसिकली आई एम क्यूरियस. ये किस चीज का कोड होता है जैसे सीक्रेट होते हैं ना सीक्रेट सीक्रेट एसोसिएशन जैसे Illuminati. Have you heard Illuminati? Okay. If yes, then type curious. Okay. So if you have heard Illuminati or the Secret Society of London और जो ऐसे ऐसे इजिप्ट सोसाइटी एलियन सोसाइटी ग्राहम सर की एक नई वीडियो आने वाली है आप लोग को मैं अभी चैट पे अपने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भेजूंगा. प्लीज डू वॉच इट. एंड अगर जिन्होंने नहीं दी है वो क्या कहते हैं तुरंत जाके देखें अभी एंड आई टेल यू द रीजंस लाइक व्हाट इट इज. सो गाइस I'll tell you one important thing. Curious का मतलब होता है basically one who is very much intrigued by all the things and हम बहुत ज़्यादा intrigued हैं. So हमारी ये secret society जो है जो एक काफी special लोगों की society है. All the people Sufiti, Nivan, Sibina, Dev, Devashri, Sports Gaming, YT, all the people हम लोग का code curious है. Okay, the password is curious. Okay, and based on that we'll be doing the things. Now give me the questions. I'll answer it on your favorite questions, whatever it is. I'll answer. Okay, पूछो पूछो. एंड आज का क्वेश्चन तो आप लोग ने बहुत अच्छा सॉल्व भी किया था. कल वाला क्वेश्चन और ज्यादा मजेदार होने वाला है. एंड जैसा कि हमारी परंपरा है लाइक द रिवाज और द मैनर्स or whatever you can call the the code of conduct of Kalam Labs. We give books to these winners. Okay, so abhi tak ka, I think since November we have started giving in. Our first winner was Viraj Sharma, who was from DWPS. Then Abdul Hadi and they've also won the prize. Then the big quiz winners were. I think Nivan and his brother. He was the first winner. The second winner were Adiba and Alina Siddiqui. I think Prakhyat was also a part of it, that program. They've also participated in it. So अभी हम लोग की काफी ज्यादा फन चीजें होने वाली हैं. Okay. So अभी क्या होगा कि on Saturday and Sunday there's going to be a big announcement. Okay. Big announcement. एक ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटी जो आप कभी नहीं लूज करना चाहते होंगे. Saturday and Sunday लिख के रख लेना. That's going to be a fun thing. Okay. Fun thing इसलिए होगी क्योंकि I'll be telling you a wonderful opportunity. So hold your seat tight. Saturday जब आएगा तब उस टाइम पे क्या कहते हैं हम लोग आपको बताएंगे कि बेसिकली क्या हुआ होने वाला है सैटरडे संडे को. इट्स अ टाइम जो हमारी ये फैमिली ऑफ कलाम लैब्स, जिसका कोड वर्ड है क्यूरियस. अगर हमसे कोई भी कहता है कि हम कैसे हाउ आर यू, तो हम कहते हैं क्यूरियस. ओके. सो ये जो फैमिली है इसमें बेसिकली कितने सारे चीजें हो सकती हैं हम सब आपको बताएंगे. और हम लोग सैटरडे संडे का वेट करो यार. आई एम टोटली टेलिंग यू, आपको बहुत ज्यादा मजा आने वाला है. इट्स अ सरप्राइज फॉर यू. आई डोंट वांट टू एक्सपोज इट राइट नाउ. सिर्फ फ्राइडे का ही दिन बचा है. फ्राइडे के बाद सैटरडे को देखना, बहुत ज्यादा मजा आएगा. ओके गाइज, so that's the basic thing. And Priyanshi, your name is Priyanshi Jani. It's correct, right? Jena. Okay. So that's why people stay awake on YouTube whenever I ask you to correct it, your name or thing. So like you have to do it. So I'm flashing the name of the winners. Okay, the winners were basically Preksha Soni, GBN School, New Delhi. Preksha, you gave a wonderful answers. We will clap for Preksha. Okay. एंड सेकेंड विनर थी हमारे, मतलब कुछ इसमें ऑर्डर नहीं है फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड, बट इन द प्रोसेस द सेकेंड वाज प्रियांशी जैना. वंडरफुल आंसर. व्हाई आई लाइक द आंसर्स. आपका क्यों नहीं सेलेक्ट किया लाइक इन द फाइनल्स? बिकॉज द रीजंस वर द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. इफ यू विल गिव मी द रियल रीजंस आई विल सेलेक्ट यू. एंड रीजंस कुछ भी हो सकते हैं यार. अगर मुझे अच्छा लगता है तो मैं लिख देता हूँ ओरिजिनलिटी है एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. सो ओरिजिनलिटी बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट. एज अनुराधा मैम सेड, being honest and originality is quite important. And listen, one thing which is very much important, that is that always listen to mama and God. Okay, because हमारा कोड लाइन तो पता ही है सबको, God knows better and mama knows the best. Okay, तो ये चीज तो पता है. तो हिसाब से give your own answers. Don't go on Google में देखो, but समझो उसको and think and then tell me that what basically things are there. Okay. So that's the basic idea, and we'll be basically going to tell you. Okay, so hi Hadi, hi all the people, Abdul Hadi, congratulations to all the winners. And कल के क्वेश्चन में और ज्यादा फन होने वाला है. बट अभी तक का जिन लोगों ने कलाम लैब्स को ज्वाइन नहीं किया है, गाइस कम ऑन, कब करोगे यार, कब करोगे? पीपल इन द चैट, कब तक कलाम लैब्स को ज्वाइन नहीं करोगे? लाइक we'll do a lot of fun things. If you have, or like if you want to come be a part, or if you want to get on the game on a for like a Zoom call with me, with all the wonderful people, Faraz sir, Shashak sir, अभी तो कितने सारे लोगों से आप मिले ही नहीं हो यार. Come on a Zoom call. All the people जो हमारे साथ join करे थे, I'll give a shout out to them. Okay. So all the people who have joined us, I think Sufi ne join kar liya tha. So all the people, I can see them here. So I give them a shout out. Thank you for joining the Kalam Labs family. And Preksha, I got your email. And yes, I know you. So please email me. My email address is all the winners. मैं comment करता हूँ, उस comment पे please reply करा करो. And that is the way I can give you your बुक जो आप लोग जीते हो. ये जो बुक है बहुत ज्यादा स्पेशल है. दैट्स वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट बुक्स. ओके, इस बुक्स को रेकमेंड करते हैं कलाम लैब जैसे लोग. इस बुक्स को प्रेजेंट कर, सॉरी, इलॉन मस्क, द who is the CEO, co-founder of Tesla, SpaceX and all these things, he represents this book. Okay, so ये जो बुक होती है आइजैक एसिमोव की, that is very much fundamental about science. So if you want to basically do it, then thank you. OP in the chat, thank you. ये अपने आप ही किसी ने शुरू कर दिया. And how can we join Nidhi Mishra ma'am? So the process is very simple. It's a very simple thing. in the link description there's a link. ओके, ये लिंक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है लाइफ में, क्योंकि ये लिंक है दरवाजा टू क्यूरियोसिटी. ओके, ये जो, ओके, दिस लिंक, आई विल टेल यू द गेटवे टू क्यूरियोसिटी. ओके, gateway to curiosity, gateway to curiosity, https dot hyphen hyphen, okay, Kalam Labs. Okay, I'll tell you the link to curiosity, which is basically the wonderful link present in the description. और मैं आपको अभी आपकी स्क्रीन पे दिखाता हूँ लाइव. And अब हो गई है ये present, I think. So this link is basically gateway to the curiosity, and it will help you to tell me that like if you want to join us, if you like our work, if you like the game which we have created, if you believe in our mission, the mission of spreading curiosity and exploration, of the mission of basically inculcating science and scientific temperament in order. Okay, so guys, I'll tell you one thing, a very more important thing, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स, कोई शायद यहाँ पे जो होंगे शायद वो स्पोर्ट्समैन बनना चाहते होंगे, शायद वो हो सकता है हिस्टोरियन बनना चाहते हो, शायद कोई प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना चाहते हो, ठीक है, कुछ भी बनना चाहते हो, बट साइंटिफिक टेम्परमेंट is very much important. Okay, so that scientific temperament which is important, that helps us to understand that what are the things. Okay, so scientific temperament is important, which basically helps us to inculcate science, as well as helps us to move forward in a better way. Okay, so that is the main important thing. तो आप कुछ भी चीज करो, चाहे कुछ भी करना चाहो, आप बस एक चीज रखा करो कि साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट याद करें, और उसके ऊपर ही सारी चीजें होने वाली हैं. Okay, so आप, in somebody, people are saying that we want to be a boxer, we want to be this, we want to be that. So that's the basic thing. I'll be telling you another thing about the processes and the things which are happening. So if you want to Kalam Labs, if you want to be a doctor, boxer, sportsman, engineer, बताओ क्या बनना चाहते हो. Okay, and I'll tell you कि scientific temperament कैसे important होता है. Scientific temperament हटाओ, ये तो बड़ा वर्ड है. What we curious, being curious is the most important thing. Okay, so being curious, being knowledgeable, and being observant, being explorative is the most important thing. Okay, so that is the main thing which you all can do. So इसीलिए please join Kalam Labs, Nidhi Chauhan, like all the people. The link in description goes like this: www.kalamlabs.in. I'll share my screen and tell you that what's the procedure to join. Okay, so guys, देखो मेरी स्क्रीन आने वाली है. येजुर सर, प्लीज प्लीज आज प्लीज क्या कहते हैं, मेरी स्क्रीन को ऑन करिए, एंड दैट विल अलाउ मी टू प्रेजेंट माई सेल्फ टू द पीपल. एंड जो इतने क्यूरियस लोग हैं, जो जानना चाहते हैं व्हाट इज कलाम लैब्स एंड क्या है क्या, लाइक अभी तक हम लोग को समझ में तो आ गया दैट वी आर द बंच ऑफ मोस्ट वन ऑफ द मोस्ट क्यूरियस किड्स. ओके, एंड वी आर डूइंग वंडरफुल थिंग्स, सबको पता लग गया है, बट एग्जैक्टली ज्वाइन कैसे करेंगे ये प्रोसीजर आज पता लगेगा. ओके, सो होल्ड ऑन होल्ड ऑन होल्ड ऑन, जिसको जो कुछ भी करना है, जो कुछ भी करना है, होल्ड ऑन थोड़ा सा, एंड वील टेल यू ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड उसके बाद हो जाएगा सब कुछ. ओके, सो गाइस, साइंटिस्ट बनना है, चाहे कुछ भी बनना है, इट विल बी वंडरफुल थिंग. सो आई विल टेल यू वन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग नाउ. आई थिंक अब मेरी स्क्रीन दिख रही होगी आप लोगों को, एंड अब मैं डालूंगा www.kalamlabs.in/join. ओके, kalamlabs.in/join. ओके, ये क्या हुआ, कुछ नेटवर्क एरर की दिक्कत थी. ओके, मैंने ये, ओके, डोंट डू दिस मिस्टेक, इट्स www.kalamlabs.in/join. ओके, सो आई ओपन दिस लिंक, ये लिंक मेरे सामने खुल गई है, and now basically it's loading. It's a heavy website, so it's loading, and now it comes the thing. So this is the registration form. You can go there जैसा भी आपको मन करे. If you like us, जिस हिसाब से भी you love us or you like us, whatever you want to do, it's the package which we do. Why we are taking charges, guys? Because there's a lot of team which is working around us. Okay, there are people who are creating the game. So 7 से 8 लोग दिन भर बने रहते हैं कि कैसा गेम कैसे बने. ये live stream को कराने के लिए there are a lot of associations. So we are a startup. Okay, so this is the basic prices to tell your mama and papa that this is a thing which is happening on Kalam Labs, and if you want to join, then उनसे कहना कि यहाँ पे ऐसे link होती है. There is the buy now button which basically you can use to enroll. My favorite is 3 months. I'll tell you why. Because 3 महीने में पता है क्या होता है कि actually I get to know people much better. We get to know people much better, and we can basically go to you, take you to other places as well. So perhaps we can take you to the scientist, if you want to be a neuroscientist, as somebody told me that if you want to be a neuroscientist, then you have to basically study told me, like I think Prakhyat or Parth were telling me that they want to be. We do a lot of fun activities because you know one thing for sure. I can vouch you. Whatever you are, like तुम्हें जो भी बनना है, boxer, doctor, engineer, scientist, archaeologist, or perhaps robotics में कुछ भी करना है, whatever you want to do, the main important thing is curiosity, and that's what we are just doing. Okay, we love aliens, we love astrobiology, we love all the things, and because of that we are basically doing these processes. Okay, so that's the basic idea which what we are. So अगर आपको join करना है us, okay, अगर आपको हम पसंद आते हैं, if you really like what we do, if you really like the Jigasu game which is out there, then please, 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 please join the package, join, come with us, and we'll have a lot of fun. Trust me, okay? So now comes the big time, जब हम लोग ने सारी चीजें बता दी हैं, and if you want to be whatever you want to be, a game developer or whatever you want to be, there's a very simple thing which you can do, like just go out on the net, थोड़ा ढूंढो जाके, get a lot of things, and then perhaps we can sort a lot of things, okay? And प्लीज इफ इट्स पॉसिबल, अगर आपको जूम कॉल में आना है लाइक विद इन 10 मिनट्स, अभी सिर्फ 10 मिनट बचे हैं, ओके? सो all the people who want to come into the Zoom call for the final 10 minutes, okay? तो ये डिस्किंग डिस्क्रिप्शन है, इसमें जाके आप रजिस्टर करो एंड कम विद मी ऑन द जूम कॉल, ओके? सो आवर पैटर्न इज, जितने भी लोग हमारे साथ हर दिन जुड़ते हैं हम उनको जूम कॉल के लिए बुलाते हैं, ओके? We introduced them to the family, which is all the people on the live chat, okay? So the family, क्योंकि यहाँ पे what we basically do is what we basically do is that we are, yes. So what we basically do is that we come and meet people, curious people, and we interact with them. We basically talk about what the things they are liking, and उसके basis पे we do a lot of things. Okay. So मैंने आपको enroll करके दिखाया अभी कि ये website कैसे खोलते हैं. ये website जो लिखी है इसमें जाना है एंड इसमें जाके आप लोगों को एनरोल करना है, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट वी बेसिकली बी द मेंबर्स, एंड आपको अगर पसंद आ रहा है तो प्लीज डू एंड गो देयर एंड डू इट. एंड द अदर इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज गाइस, कल का जो क्वेश्चन होने वाला काफी ज्यादा खास होने वाला है, उसमें प्लीज आप लोग सब जाना एंड उसको फिर से करना. एंड सांसी, आई नो यू रजिस्टर्ड, वेलकम, माय ऑल बेस्ट विशेस दैट दिस whole association will be much better, okay? So now comes the last 5 minutes of the session. So these 5 minutes जो है ना, ये काफी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, क्योंकि इन 5 मिनटों में हम लोग को काफी ज्यादा चीजें करनी है, ओके? We need to basically get on to the culture of Kalam Labs. Like Kalam Labs में जितने भी लोग हमको देख रहे हैं, हम curious हैं, तो we do the final अपना जो सलाम होता है, like we do the motto. अगर किसी को नहीं पता, I'll tell you what basically we do, and we discuss, take questions, okay? So कल का जो क्वेश्चन होगा वो 6 बजे 7:30 बजे आपको मिल जाएगा, उसको आप सॉल्व कर लेना. इस वीडियो के जस्ट बाद आई पोस्ट अ वीडियो बाय ग्राहम लाउ सर, ओके? He's basically जो अभी आप मिले थे जिनसे, he came to our session and basically he was with us. So we are giving you a video message for you. Please go and take that video message to a lot of people, okay? And also share whatever we are doing with your friends if you like it, okay? If you like whatever the live sessions are, whatever the things are, please share the videos जो आते हैं. And he has also asked you to share his video जो आ रहा है अभी in the next half hour to all of them, okay? So that's the basic idea. So guys, अब हम लोग को लेना पड़ेगा अलविदा, क्योंकि आज का टाइम हो गया है खत्म. But what we can basically do is that we can meet again, and उसके लिए क्या करना होगा, there's a link in description, www.kalamlas.in/join. आप उस पर जाओ, रजिस्टर करो अगर आपको मन कर रहा हो. If you have any financial issue or there's a COVID struck case, then you can contact me. My contact number is basically with you always, okay? And we can work around, okay? That's not an issue. But the issue is basically that we want you to be a part with us, okay? That's what our goal is, okay? Maximum people जो हमारे साथ जुड़ पाए, हमारे साथ projects कर पाए, be the part of the game, be rather the family, so that they'll do, okay? So that's the basic idea. And you can, what you can do is subscribe to the channel. तो कर ही दिया होगा, friends को दिखाओ, ठीक है, please ले जाओ, friends को बताओ. And thank you for the good words who people are writing. So now comes the final part, the most amazing part. Okay, so at the count of 10 जब मैं बोलूंगा, so आप लोग, how are you, तो we are curious, I'm curious. ये तो starting में होता है, जब session start हो रहा होता है तब हम ये करते हैं. बट लास्ट में जो करते हैं वो होता है हमारा मोटो. एंड हमारा मोटो है वी लव साइंस. ओके, so at the count of 10, Ajit Patra, like my phone number is basically given in the chat. You can perhaps WhatsApp me, and we can basically talk to you, okay, afterwards. So guys, अब हमारा शुरू हो गया टाइम. I'll count till 10. उसके बाद हम लोग को एक मोटो बोलना है जिसमें होता है We love Kalam Labs. Okay, so at the count of 10 आप सबको जितनी जल्दी हो सके चैट पे डाल देना है We love Kalam Labs. Okay, so 10 मैं गिनूंगा, उसके बाद आप लोग क्या कहते हैं लिख देना We love science. Okay, that's what we do. We are very simple people but extraordinary. That's the main point. Simple but extraordinary, that's mean we are kids. Okay, so kids, मतलब मैं तो नहीं, but शायद आप सही, like all the people who are there, we will say we love science. Okay, okay, now I'll count till 10 and we love science बोलते we'll say bye. Okay, हो जाएगा. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We love science. Come on, type in the chat and let me know. Thank you. People are writing we love Kalam Labs and science. Oh, that's pleasure to us. That's a pleasure to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a wonderful response. Thank you, all the people who are writing us. Oh, whoa, whoa, thank you, thank you. And now we can say a bye. Please register in the chat, in the description. There's a link, www.kalamlabs.in/join. Kalam Labs, Kalam Labs, Kalam Labs. Mummy ko batao, papa ko batao, sabko batao. And now, oh, okay. So guys, now that's the thing. We'll end the session now and we'll meet tomorrow. Okay? Yetur sir, please. Bye. We love science. Thank you for your love. Thank you.